Alright, in case you forgot about us, we're back, finally. Since the last time I did a video, I went to Crypticon in St. Joseph, also known as Crypticon KC. Had an absolute time of my life, never been to a horror convention in my life, absolutely loved it. Got to meet some really nice people. Heather Langenkamp from Nightmare on Elm Street, Michael Berryman from Hills Have Eyes, Weird Science. One of the movies that I picked up recently, he was in that. He's been in tons of stuff. You all know how to get to IMDb. Anyway, I did want to say thank you if you've stayed with me this long, waiting for me to make another video. Sorry it's been so long. I did tell you in my last video that I wasn't really going to be buying movies much anymore because of me saving money for other things, but when I do get something new, I'll share it to you. And this is a small collection update. And this has been since June or July, whenever I did the last video. So, Crypticon was in July, around July the 12th. So, and some of the movies I picked up at Crypticon are ones I'm going to share with you. My son Wyatt is here. And he's wanting to do something for you. Hi, Wyatt.
Yeah.
By the way, he just did a new video on Wyatt and the games. So
yeah, if you guys are a fan of gaming, you should probably check it out, although it's not uploaded yet.
And I'll put the link below in the description for this video as well, just like I always do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
excuse me.
he's playing with his flarp putty or whatever. Don't. Yeah. Anyway, so without further ado, here we go. These are these are the videos that I got at Crypticon. Awesome that Vinegar Syndrome had a table there, and I was hoping they would. I would have liked to seen some of the other companies I like too, but Vinegar Syndrome was there, and I picked up some. Uninvited, which is a cat horror movie I haven't seen, so I still haven't watched that one. This one I heard people go on and on about it when the Code Red edition was out of print and it was rare, and everybody kept going on about Madman, you gotta get a copy of Madman. And okay, I watched it. It's alright. I didn't love it, but I liked it. So I'm not sure what all the fuss was about, but you know, it's like everything else. All movies have their fans, you know. So, like a lot of people liked Infinity War, and I hated it. So, the children, happy to get a copy of this since the Trauma edition of the DVD isn't the greatest in the world. It's better than nothing, but this is way better than that. So I was happy to get the children. And those are the three that didn't have slip covers. Now I got three that did have slip covers. And I've been wanting to see this forever. Bloody New Year has slip cover, obviously. And then
so many slip covers.
Slip covers are collectible nowadays. People like them. So, but I think it's really nice. And there's the back of it. So see, the artwork is really, really nice. They definitely, Vinegar Syndrome always puts a lot into them, as you well know. So, and if you don't know, now you do. Other people with their similar videos to the ones I do, they'll tell you the same thing. Everybody loves Vinegar Syndrome. I haven't seen anybody that hasn't yet. I'm sure there's somebody, but I haven't met them yet. Night Beast, another Trauma. Missed this when it was on DVD, and this looks really, really, really good. And then, of course, there's a picture of the beast.
Really good.
And then there's the artwork inside, the alternate artwork or the original, whichever. So there's that. Another one with a slip cover. Dominique is dead, or is she? And this was that was a fun kind of whodunit kind of thing. I really enjoyed this quite a bit.
Yeah, I actually watched part of that movie.
Yeah, it's PG. You know, if you got young kids that aren't too scared and they want, hey, daddy or mommy, let's watch a horror movie, Dominique wouldn't be a bad choice, really. It's an old 70s style. It's got, I think it's Cliff Robertson, who was on Dallas, I believe. Yeah, that's who's in it. Gene Simmons, not the bass player from Kiss. My favorite band, of course. But anyway, I enjoyed this. This was a fun movie. I would recommend that one. Now, also at Crypticon, there were people that made, you know, movies that were there then, and they were selling their movies. So I always try to help out independent people, especially when they got something interesting to show us. And Billy Blair, who apparently was the lead actor on this movie, Cherokee Creek, I saw Matt at You and Your Horror Movies mention this, and he went to a convention too, and I guess they decided to come to our convention as well to try to sell this movie. It's a Bigfoot type movie. And I've heard some pretty good things about it. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I haven't yet. Here's an anthology film, and the people that made this movie were there, and they were selling this movie as an exclusive to Crypticon, so you aren't going to find this anywhere else. So I might have a real special, rare horror collector's item. Honey, making that extra noise is probably going to come through on the video, okay?
Okay.
Please don't do that. Okay, so Eyes of Isabel. Haven't watched it yet. They did screen this there, but I screened another film. I can't remember it, but it wasn't bad. It was a zombie film. It just needed an editor. It just had a little bit
Hey, I know what.
too much slowing down the pacing in it.
I know what Annabelle is.
Annabelle?
Yeah.
You mean Annabelle? This is Isabel. The Eyes of Isabel.
Oh yeah, that.
Totally unrelated.
Yeah,
this is a very low budget horror movie.
Yeah,
where the
Isabel. Yeah, Isabel is Annabelle's sister or something. That's just my prediction, okay? Jeez.
Okay, if you want to think that. Go ahead.
Okay. Fearsome fire content. What am I doing anymore?
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Don't.
Here we go. Double feature. These are some ones that I did not. Those are all the ones I picked up at Crypticon, by the way. If you ever get a chance to go to a horror convention and you're a horror fan and you've never done it, take some money with you and just enjoy it, and just save up for it for next year or whatever, because it's definitely well worth it, and I would love to go to another one. Don't know if I'll go to next year's, but certainly something that is being taken into consideration. P2, New Level Terror. These were, I think these were in, I believe Deep Discount had a sale here back in June or early July, and I picked up a few of the ones that I've had on my wish list forever, and they were pretty cheap, and I got 20% off of that. So here we go. So P2 is about a woman trapped in a parking lot. I really liked it. And then Trailer Park of Terror, starring country star Trace Adkins. And well, that's the only guy I know, just because how I grew up. I grew up around country music. So anyway, this is a great double feature. You can usually find it fairly cheap, probably $10 or less most places. And both of those movies were enjoyable. I enjoyed them both.
Also, sorry about the mouth moving, because have a loose tooth right there.
I think you had a loose tooth in the last video, but it was probably a different one. That one probably fell out long since.
Yeah.
Some of these kind of full moon features, Charles Band Company. Some of these are kind of, they're basically skin and with a side of horror sometimes. Like this one, Unlucky Charms. I assume this is some sort of a kind of a takeoff on Leprechaun. I watched it and I thought it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. If you like Charles Band and you're a fan of his movies, he does do a great job on just, acting was pretty good and stuff. And for a low budget movie, these are actually really well done, and they're a lot of fun. Timegate, Tales of the Saddle Tramps, haven't watched it yet, so there's that. Wyatt won't be watching these for a few years.
Yes, probably.
The Mistress Club, as you can see, that's kind of an erotic thriller kind of thing.
Erotic?
Or as I sometimes like to call them, neurotic thrillers. But it's kind of a revenge movie, it says here too, so not so much horror. But it is a full moon Charles Band one. What do you want to say, Wyatt?
I just don't know what atomic is. I mean, what?
Atomic.
Just so you know, atomic bomb is right next to us. Okay. Sorry.
Alright, I did watch this one, another full moon feature. Sid Haig, who was at the Crypticon, and Michael Berryman, of course. They aren't in this a lot, but they're in it as much as they need to be. It's not, the best movie I ever saw. But again, it's a fun Charles Band, low budget, trash horror thriller, Haunted Casino was fun. And this was definitely on the cheap side, so you can have it for very little money if you'd like to have a copy of it. I watched a little bit of this when it was on Amazon Prime, and I have not finished watching it. So this, actually, I ordered the DVD, but it's actually it's a DVD-R. It's a burn-on-demand kind of thing. But anyway, Attack of the Killer Donuts. Like that, looks like that, and then like that.
So
of course, it's a comedy. It's a horror comedy, kind of like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, by the way, is a great movie. I was surprised how much fun I had with that one. Intense, erotic, interactive. So, it's another full moon pictures Full Moon Features, Charles Band produced type movie. Kind of an erotic thriller, Virtual Encounters. Always wanted to see it. Got it uber cheap, so had to get it. I only got 2 left. Anything you want to say before I go on to these last 2?
Okay. I got something to say. Okay.
Alright then.
If you guys even know what that I'm referring to.
Alright, well, let's see. Grandma's Boy, unrated. I heard this was really funny. I got it at a Half Price Books in their clearance section, and it had still in the wrapper. It's never even been watched. $3. I know you can get this fairly cheaply. This is usually in the bargain bins at Walmart, or at least it was at one time. Might not be anymore. They rotate those out every so often. That's a Happy Madison production, you know, Adam Sandler's production company. I, for one, actually really enjoy Adam Sandler movies, and a lot of people just think they're garbage. I think they're incredibly funny. They got a lot of charm, and I hear Adam Sandler is a really nice guy, and I like to support nice people. So.
Alright, last one is Soul Survivors, the killer cut.
Right.
Also, like, scissors.
This is the original R-rated cut before they cut it down for theatrical release to PG-13. This was another Half Price Books clearance item for $3. So I've always wanted to see this. I've heard it's pretty good. I like Eliza Dushku. She's, you know, she's fun eye candy. What can I say? I'll just come out and say it. I love my wife, and she knows that. You know, I always come home to her. But you know, this is a cute gal.
But right now she's got her nose to the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm leaving you guys alone to do your video.
And there she is. You heard her. She's in the video now, at least in voice only. I don't think she's ever actually appeared on the camera. But she's been cleaning house, so you know you are not ugly. Stop it. So anyway, Soul Survivors. Like I said, I know this movie has its fans, as its detractors, like all other movies. But I'm looking forward to checking it out at some point. Go ahead.
Mommy actually has her own YouTube channel, but it only has 5 subscribers, like me. But if you watch the video, I did say subscribe and like her. Also do that too.
What, Mommy has a YouTube video? A YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, I mean, she has one, but it's got stuff on it. Most of it's just stuff she recorded, like you when you were a baby and stuff.
Yeah, she hasn't recorded a video.
So it's more just to have it for ourselves and for family. So.
Yeah, she hasn't made a video in 7 years.
Yeah, she can't figure out how to access her account because Google has changed everything since she originally created her account. She can't figure out how to get back in it, and we've made multiple attempts to try to get into it, and we haven't had any luck. So we're not the most tech savvy in the world, but hey, reached a milestone, figured out how to work this video camera. So that makes me like pretty smart.
You're smart.
All right.
We're smart.
Hey, that was a leap right there. That was a major accomplishment for me. Anyway, why I didn't let you talk very much in the last video I made because I was really trying to keep it going, but I didn't have as many videos. Anything else you want to say before we sign off and say goodbye and thank them for watching?
I don't really have anything else to say, actually. So, up into the void!
I actually went and saw ZZ Top last night with my sister in the St. Louis area. Really enjoyed it. I've always wanted to see ZZ Top, one of my favorite bands. So, you know, I don't know if that's horror related. I don't know, but anyway. Get your hand out from the screen. So, hey, while you're back there, let me finish saying goodbye, and I'll let you turn the camera off so I don't have to get up in the middle of the video.
Okay.
So anyway, thanks for watching Hunger for Horror. Sorry it's been so long. When I have some more movies to review, after I watch a few more, I'll be back to review the stuff I already have that you've already seen. Or maybe just like, you know, Halloween's coming up. I do a 31 Days of Horror on my Facebook page. Now that I have the video camera, I should probably just do a review a day. In October, however, I get kind of busy, and that might be kind of hard to do. So I haven't committed to that yet. Plus, so many other people do that. I don't know. I think we're kind of saturating YouTube land, but I appreciate all of you that take time to watch, and I think I've run out of interesting things to say. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.
Yeah,
and get something up in the near future again.
We're out of interesting things. We're only gonna do like eating videos now or something. Hashtag eating for horror. Alright.
Okay, Wyatt, get behind. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye.
Behind.
Thanks for watching. No, the little red button on the back of the camera. He knows how to do this. He has his own camera.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.